Menu narration option is set to off.
It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports. We'll get a look at Joe Burrow. He's gone over 4,000 yards passing now for the year. It's the Bengals and the Jags under the lights on Monday night.
With a December snow blanketing much of the Midwest and Northeast, what a perfect time to be. Evan McPherson has this one teed up, and off we go from Jacksonville. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Well, the Jaguars ready to go on offense for the first time, and they're led by the former #1 pick in the draft in his third season now, Charles, Trevor Lawrence.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on speed other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Lawrence. Screenplay. Here's Etienne. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals now set for their first possession, and it's Pro Bowler Joe Burrow who leads this offense in his 4th season now out of LSU.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown pass.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
The numbers for Smith a week ago: 5 catches, 56 yards.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. You look at this Jaguar defense. They come into this one down at the 27th position in the league, Charles, against the run.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe them for a second. They know where they rank, okay? They're not quite at the top, but they're far from the bottom. But let's face it, they want to move up. In order to do that, they've got to look at each other and make sure everyone's taking care of their assignments in order to play the run better.
Third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Spins by. Gets through, and now an opening. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. As the offense returns, let's take a look at running back Travis Etienne. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runner.
There he goes, right side. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 17-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Ball start. Offense.
Ezra Cleveland, the guard, called for the penalty there.
Still 1st down.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
13, Lou.
It's a throw again is Lawrence. Touchdown! Zach Ertz, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a Zach Ertz touchdown. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll go down at the 28. A big play there for Cincinnati. 51 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The Bengals at 9-2 to start play. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he is going to have the Bengals 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Burrow on play action. Rolling to his right. To Mixon on the check down. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Here we go, here we go. 11, 11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football. So not quite a first and goal just yet as they come up now second and inches.
11, Thomas. 11, MT, Tate. 11, MT, Tate.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Back out is the Jacksonville offense and Trevor Lawrence. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10.
Hey, run.
Throwing quickly, this is caught by Kirk. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Lawrence. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Lawrence. That is caught. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
43. Here we go, Sahan.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. This is caught. It's Kirk. Inside the 35. 23 yards on the play. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 down at the 33. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
This is 2nd and 8. Here's Lawrence. Slam complete to Etienne. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Lawrence will throw. Open man is Kirk, complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Jaguars are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Zay Jones. A 7-yard touchdown grab, and the Jaguars have taken the lead. Extra point from McManus is good, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Charlie Jones now from his end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive to last into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
Here we go, here we go. 11, 11, 11, 11. 11 MT, 11 MT. 11 MT, paint. 11 MT, paint.
1st down, here's Burrow. That one caught downfield by Watson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 24 yards the gain there. Another 1st down as well.
11 Thomas. 11, 11, 11. 12, 12.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Short throw to Smith. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. If you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Throwing left side, and Watson has it. Touchdown, Bengals! Christian Watson, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Bengals are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
Kevin McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. Caught on the right side by Jones. And the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34. Ertz on the pitch and catch. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. From the shotgun, Lawrence finding Ertz again. And the Jags are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for him. They'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Well, he does have one touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him first and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a second time in this one.
Might want the ball. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Here we go.
And from here, might not be able to take a knee. Might need to run a play here that's close to their goal line. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coach. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. And the quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really...
And got his man complete. A big play there for Cincinnati. And even 40 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
11 MT, 11.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. It's a gain of 34.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Now Burrow on first down. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Smith catches left side. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up first and goal.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Here we go.
Mixon is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be second down. So stuffed from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Bengals have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. McPherson now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So that drive 7 plays in length, and it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon.
Kevin McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try and move that ball down the field for an answering score.
30 left.
That's going to be caught by Kirk. Down the right sideline. And he's going to be shoved out, but not before he gets this down to the 20-yard line. A huge play there on the screen pass. 55 yards.
Just a breakdown there defensively. It looked like someone got their wires crossed because no one seemed to pick him up at all. He's running free, and there's not a quarterback in the league who's going to miss that throw. That's a huge play.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Trevor Lawrence taking it in from the 20. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from evening this one up. McManus's point after is good. And we are tied at 21. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the third quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 23-yard line.
11 MT, 11 MT.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Got a man open, it's Chase. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The LSU connection, Burrow to Chase for the Cincinnati first.
11 MT, take. 11 MT, take. Stop.
Looking to throw. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 25 yards that time.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there.
Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown. Jamar Chase, 42 yards. And the Bengals have moved out in front here in the final minute of the third quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Jaguars 21. Kevin McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Jags and Christian Kirk making their way back out on offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
That's good. We're on Jacksonville.
They'll throw this out wide and complete it to Ridley. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up second down. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the fourth. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 6. Now Lawrence. Finding ETN here, catching it on the outright. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Again, it's Lawrence. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Here we go, sir. Here we go, sir.
Now Lawrence. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 19. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Open man is Kirk, complete. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And Lawrence going to smartly hit the deck here as he is able to pick up the first down in the process.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Here's Lawrence. Quick slant caught by Kirk. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Great defense there on 3rd and goal. They took away everything. Forced him to fire that one to the sideline where no one could get it.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Here we go, gotta have it. Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown. Jacksonville. Travis Etienne from 3 yards out. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. But we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. What a way to wrap up the week in the NFL. All tied on this Monday night as the kick is away. The return is Jones from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Look at the big fella go. And all the way up to the 33-yard line. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
On 1, ready?
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. In a tie game, 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
On the return is Charlie Jones. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. They're able to return this one all the way out to the other side of the field across the 50.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
Here's 1st and 10. Now Burrow. He finds Watson. It's gone. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
Burrow. A complete once again to Watson. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Here we go. 1st and goal. The quick throw by Burrow is complete. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as it kicks away here. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? What does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Two timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Here's Lawrence. This is caught. It's Kirk. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. This is 1st and 10. Etienne up the middle. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
On second down, Etienne once more. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. And with that, they're down to 1 remaining here in the second half. So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. This from 51 yards for the win. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. A final shot now for Burrow. Jaguar pressure on a Jaguar sack.
Well, it took us until the final play chart to officially